What is up, boyos? It is Water Buffalo Man here, and we're back for more Ark Survival Ascended. So, alright, we're going to be showcasing a brand new dino that actually released a little bit ago. I want to say it was on the 9th, but it was covered specifically in the Ark Spotlight the other day. We're going to be covering the Dracoteuthis. I had to spawn this one in with the spawn command to be able to find one, because I have been looking for a while and have not found one. They spawn down here in the Sunken Forest on Extinction and in the Red Zone in Aberration. The dino itself looks ridiculously cool. It runs off of a charge light, so to run one of these you need charge batteries or a shoulder pet. But we're going to spawn one in that is not tamed, and I'm going to show you guys the process of trying to tame one of these. So, I just wanted to show you guys what one looked like really quickly, and they're supposed to spawn down here somewhere. I have yet to find one. I've looked, and I've looked, and I've looked, and I've looked. I'm going to pull up my gene scanner to see if we can find one more time, because I've been looking this whole time. No applicable key. Yeah, we can't find one. So what we're going to do is we're just going to spawn one in right over here, and we're going to try to lead it towards our charged nodes, which it needs these to tame. So what you have to do is it has to have 3 charged lanterns down, minimum. It eats all 3 charged lanterns, and then you feed it, I'm assuming passively, plant species Z fruit. I'm not sure how the levels are going to go up, what in terms of effectiveness is going to be, and how it goes from there. But they drain charge light from your shoulder pet, and you could also put batteries in their inventory, and they drain the charge light from that, and that's how they do their extra attacks. So we're going to spawn one in. I'm going to lead it up here towards it, and we're going to attempt to tame it, and then fly around and showcase it a little bit, because I do have my other one, but I didn't show you guys the process of getting that, and I'd rather really do that before we showcase the dino itself. I almost said character. Alright guys, so we have spawned a wild Dracoteuthis in. It is locked onto me, which is fine. I'm in creative mode again just so we could showcase some of the stats a little bit. It is a male Draco, 29 HP, 25 melee, so let's see if we can lead it over towards our charge nodes really quickly. Oh, yep. Does it destroy all of them at once? Is that how it works? It has to destroy them all at once? I have a bunch of charge lanterns, so it doesn't really matter too much, so we're going to look at it. I think if it destroys 3, you can feed it. Let me see if I can lead it this way a little more. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but we're going to find out. It should be calmed down now. I'm not entirely sure the motive on how to tame one of these guys. It should be calm at some point in time. Does not want to be tamed right now. Okay, yep. So what you probably have to do, I'm assuming, is be out of render, like so it can't attack you. Oh, it flies. Yeah, I knew it flies, but I didn't know it would track me. So let me fly out of render really quickly. Like, I'm not entirely sure how to tame one of these. Like I said, that's the one thing I'm not entirely sure on. It's still tracking me. Okay, so hang on. Let me go well out of render distance. That should be far enough. And it should be right down here somewhere, right? Where did that thing go? Yep, there it is. Okay, perfect. So we're going to place the charge lanterns. I don't know if you need to be equipped with, like, the broth that allows them not to be able to sense you, or what it is. Because that was kind of odd. You would think that it wouldn't attack so aggressively right off the rip if it... I wonder if maybe if I store that in there, it'll sniff it out, kind of thing. I'm not sure how the taming process truthfully works. So let's try something. I actually have an idea. Let's pick this up. Can I pick this one up charged? Does that one stay charged? It did. Okay, so let's move a little bit closer to it. Not close enough to aggravate it. But let's toss this down here and see if this pulls it towards me. I'm like, oh, that one's not the charged one. This one is. Whoops. Or are they all charged? I want to throw my charged one down. I don't know why they're not. It's not throwing the charged one down. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to toss one of these charged batteries in it really quickly. Is that going to pull it towards us? Like I said, I'm not entirely sure the motive and the method and how you tame this thing. Let me fly out a render again. I'm not sure how this thing works because it's not aggroing to anything that I'm putting down. It's aggroing only to me, which is really weird. Because like I said, I put down my charge lantern. This one's 100% charged. I don't entirely know. Let me see if I can take this one over towards it. Because now it's moving. Now it's completely exploring. Okay, now it's freely moving around the map. Let's toss this back down again. And we'll throw another battery in it. See what happens. Is it going to come towards it? Is like that what's going to happen? Is it going to sniff it out? Like, what's going on here? Does it get pulled towards it? Like, I don't understand. Does it have to be aggro to you? Because I threw one down. That one is charged, right? Yeah, it's 100% charged. It's not coming towards it. I'm not entirely sure how this thing works. Oh, do I have to turn it on? Okay. So I'm kind of dumb. Ignore me. You have to turn it on for it to be pulled towards it. So I'm an idiot. Ignore me. I've never used charge lanterns before, so I apologize about that. I've never once used a charge lantern prior. Alright, turn that on. And then it should calm down. And then we should be able to passively feed it. Alright, yep. Okay, so that's what you do. You throw 3 charge lanterns down, turn them on. Wait, can you feed it again? Okay, no. So that's a lot simpler than I thought, really. That's not bad at all. Okay, so you throw them down, turn them on, it aggroes towards it, and then you could feed them. Okay, so that makes a lot more sense than what I was thinking. Can I feed it again? I don't think I can feed it again, but we'll prep it just in case. Can I feed it twice? Is this one of those things where you can feed it multiple times? Or is this one of those things where it's just gonna be stuck here? Maybe you can feed it twice? I'm not entirely sure. I'm just more interested to see how well this thing does. Oh, nope, there we go. Nope, okay, it's out of the feeding. So now it should go towards that light. Yep, there it's the light on its mouth is activating. So it's gonna light up. That's perfect. It just destroyed that one. Let's turn this on. Get its attention. And then we'll do the same thing with this one. Turn this on. I don't need to be flying. I don't know why I'm flying around as if, like, it's going to attack me or something. Alright, so as long as I keep moving, you don't have to specifically try to avoid it at all. Like, once it's aggroed onto the specifics of the charge lantern, it stays towards that. Alright, so once that little icon appears, you come over, feed it, and then turn around and run away. Because I'm assuming it will aggro on you. I'm not sure if that icon stays there, if you can feed it more than once. Or if it's just one of those situations where it's going to stay there for a while. But we're going to prep anyway, just in case, because we are almost out of charge batteries as well. I'm going to test and see if I can feed it again. I can't. Okay, so we're going to be ready. I think it's one feed per. So we're going to be ready to turn this on because we are down to 4 batteries, but we do have a couple charge lanterns that are lit up. So wait till this guy activates back up, and then we should be pretty good to go. Like I said, you really don't need to be in creative. This is kind of like a passive tame, similar to the Nothosaurus, that you can tame it with generators. You can't, I don't think you can second, like, feed this to, oh, now it's up. Turn this light on. Throw this down. Power this up. Turn this on. Power this. Oh. Power this up. And then turn that on. And that should be it. We should be able to now passively tame it right after this is done. Well, not passively tame it necessarily, just feed it. I mean, technically it's a passive tame. But it saps all the life out of it. And there we go. That is how you tame a Dracoteuthis. I don't know how to pronounce it fully, but it comes in with a natural primitive armor of 10, which is probably pretty decent, honestly, but I'm not sure, realistically, because I don't know what kind of defenses this creature has. But I do know if you stuff a charge battery into it, it'll charge up its charge meter on the bottom, and that's what allows it to fly. Because it needs charge to, in fact, fly. As you can see, it's burning down its charge as it's flying. But we're going to land again so we don't waste that. So it has a couple of different attacks. As you can see on the right side of the screen, it has the melee attack, which actually hits pretty decent. 477 is pretty solid. I mean, the one I had prior wasn't dealing anywhere near that much, but 477 is pretty good. It has a carry option, which you can pick up a creature and just, you can't run with it, but you can carry it. And you can still swing with your other hand. Alright, we're going to drop that back down. It has a charge projectile, which I don't know what that entirely does. Oh, that. So you can aim it with that targeter on your screen. And you shoot like a little projectile at it for about 300 damage, so that's pretty solid. I'm okay with that. That's really cool. And it's also got Drain from Shoulder Pet, which we don't have a shoulder pet on us. And a right bumper and right stick in. You can do a roar with it. But these guys are very reliant on having charge light to keep them running. I'm not entirely sure how quick these guys are to move, but let's fly around and see. What does that say? It's a Seeker Leader is what it says for that buff. I don't know what that is. Let's see what that buff is. Seeker Leader. Doesn't say anything. That's cool. What traits do you have? Health Frail. I mean, not terrible. Does it have like a dive bomb or anything? No, it does not. This is its top speed, so it's not a fast flyer necessarily, but it doesn't seem like it's a terrible flyer at all. It's relatively strong, honestly. And if you have a shoulder pet with charge light charged into it, you could probably constantly drain charge from it, or if you keep charge batteries in your pocket and then just store them inside the dino every time you need one, you could possibly keep this guy charged up. But give me 1 second. I'm going to put this guy into a ball, fly to the surface quickly, because I'm using, like I said, creative mode, and we'll just get there a lot faster, and I'll charge up a bunch of the batteries, and then we'll see how well it fares in the actual overworld. Give me 1 second, guys. Alright guys, we're back on the surface really quickly. I'm going to read over its dossier if I can. Not really dossier, the page that the mod creator has on here. And I'm going to see what it says specifically in terms of the creature. But when tamed, the Dracoteuthis, the Draco, can absorb charge light from creatures that emit it, including those with illuminating trait. While under the effects of charge, within range of something emanating that charge, it gains increased armor with its melee, and its melee attacks do increased damage. And regains 5% of its health per second at a max of 50 per second. So, with how high health this thing has, these are kind of pointless. I'm just going to get some more charge batteries really quickly. I'm going to level this up really fast. I'm going to spawn in some charge batteries. We'll make like 5 more, I guess. let's swap over and let's take this guy out and about and see what it can do in the overworld with charge batteries. Because I think with the charge batteries in it, it'll do great. This one has a slightly higher melee stat, but slightly low health. This one's got 40 points into melee, whereas this one initially had, what? 31, and you saw it was hitting 477 with the charge buff. What's it hitting without the charge buff? Is there anything here I can attack? Let me see if I can find something I can attack really quickly without the charge buff and see what kind of damage we do. Do they eat? What do they eat naturally to keep them going? Because I'm assuming it needs some sort of food. Does it eat the Z fruit? Is that what it eats? Does that count as a charge? Does not. Okay. Let's see really quickly down here. Let's see if we can find something within the area. There's nothing around. Of course, there's absolutely nothing little around like a trike or anything. Just anything to attack. And I say trike is little, but you get my point. I want to see what it does prior to the charge light and like post charge light. But I know for a fact you don't want to go too far out of range of these things or they will disappear out of this, which is kind of not cool. But let's see if I can bait something towards me. Because I know these guys hit relatively low prior to having charge light. There's got to be something around. Is there absolutely nothing around? I guess we'll just have to wait at this point till the charge lights are done and then go out and attack things because there literally doesn't seem to be anything in the area. And I want to see what its armor goes up by when it's charge lit, I guess. And then we'll see what its damage is prior, post, how much it heals, things like that. We'll probably go straight out to the wasteland and attack some things. And then we'll see what kind of numbers it does. So I'm really interested to see what this creature can and can't do. Because this could be a pretty solid creature to have, especially because it only spawns on Aberration and Extinction at the moment. It will spawn on Gen and other maps like that. They did specify, the mod creator did. I can't pronounce the mod creator's name either. I would love to try. They also handle the no untamables as well as the Dracoteuthis mod as well. But this one right now easily looks like one of my favorites so far from them, with the untamables being number one, because that one just opens up so many different avenues with the no untamables. It looks ridiculously cool, to be honest. Like, I'm just amazed at how cool it looks, and I just can't. I'm wondering if there's going to be like S variants, aberration variants, things like that that are specific for the area. So as long as we get 2 charge batteries fully charged, that's all we really need. We'll leave the rest of these here, and we'll just, if they're not here when we come back, they're not here. It's not a huge issue. We're just trying to test these things out and see what they can do in different scenarios. All right, this is fully charged. All right, this is fully charged. So let's take this guy out. Let's go see what it can do. So we were hitting 400% with the charge buff for 400%. 477 damage, I think, was with before the charge, or after the charge. Prior to the charge, we're hitting 250. Again, I did put 3 levels in, so that's not terrible, really. 250 normal. I don't know what kind of a buff it gets from the charge, but let's fly right over here really quickly, or run, because we can't fly. There's not even enough charge to fly. It will not let you. So we were hitting 258 before. Let's transfer one of the charge batteries in. We're still hitting 258 because it's got to fully charge up. I'm assuming it's got to fully charge up. It's yeah, okay. So it's definitely got to charge up a bit. Okay, so it goes up to 80% Ascendant armor when it's charged. Let's see, is that a full charge? Is that's considered? That must be. So let's go see what we can hit. There's a Parasaur right here. Let's go attack this, actually, and see what kind of damage numbers we're doing. We were hitting 477 against Trikes. So let's see what we can hit against this guy. 524. I'm assuming its buff must be active right now, that it's fully powered up. I don't see anything on it that states what causes the buff to be powered up, or what causes the percentage buff to go up. But we're hitting 500 damage, roughly, with the charge light, charge bar being full. So that must be, that's almost double, roughly, I'd have to say. It's close to like 1.75 times the normal amount. So let's actually attack this really quickly, this Dillo. Yeah, we're hitting 524, and before we were hitting 286. So that seems to be pretty fair of a multiplier for damage output once you equip some charge. And we have the other, like I said, the other charge battery on us, so it is pulling that while we're flying. But let's land here. Yeah, you see the Deinonychuses and the Raptors here because we have the S-Dino mod on because of the fact we were playing still on Svartalheim as well on the main series. But let's continue to increase the attack a little bit, and let's go down here and attack this with the projectile and see what it does. I don't know how much damage that hit because I couldn't see it. Let's see what the projectile hits right here. Come on, stop moving. 449. 356 because it's mate boosted. But let's try to do this without it being mate boosted. Get a direct hit on it if we can. 299 to the hit body. 4 something was probably a headshot, I'm assuming. Yeah, so 299. And it still hits about 500 damage. So that's honestly not terrible. Let's increase its melee just a bit more and see what we can do. So a fully imprinted one of these, you're probably looking at closer to 800, 900 damage when fully charged up. I'm not going to attack the Stego because damage is going to be halved. It's 539. Yeah, you're probably looking at closer to 700 damage with a fully imprinted one of these, or pretty close to it. And if it had this melee stat to start with, the 40% versus the whatever this one had, because this one had 360% to start, and this one has not even 360% now. So, I mean, realistically, you're probably looking at closer to 700, if not 800 damage. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the little bit of a showcase on the Dracoteuthis. I enjoyed the creature. I really enjoyed the creature, and I'm probably going to end up using it and implementing it down the line in some of our playthroughs. But I gotta be entirely sure if it's gonna fit the mold that we're running with. But thank you guys for watching. I really like this creature. For those of you that really want something different to run with and play with, this is definitely something you want to go with. But thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.